Smooth enough? Smooth enough? I added 2 gigs to memory. Not to the machine, but to this... the JVM. Anyways, 63? 63? Is it? Level 63? No. Episode 63. It's still kind of jerky. Oh my gosh. Oh, I kind of like the shaders. You just can't walk with the shaders. Oh, come on. My grossly overpowered MacBook should be able to handle this. I suppose it's probably the graphics card that can't do it. Otherwise, 16 gigs of RAM. Come on, you can do this. Offload a little bit of it from the graphics card. You can do it. Well, anyways, guys, it's time for another episode. And I should probably get recording soon since Friday isn't... Friday's coming up, It's Tuesday evening. I need to have enough clips to compile by Thursday evening. And it's Tuesday evening. So I best get going. So, hey, let's look at what progress I have made. It's not a huge amount. It's kind of hard to find the enthusiasm to work on this right now just because we're all spending our time talking about the next map and all the mods. I ought to show you some of my mods here. Well, no. Never mind. Hello, darkness. We're talking also about going after the Ender Dragon as like a final blow to this map. We've done some good work. And I think we figured out a structure for the next map in terms of where people can build that makes sense. Assuming this will stay an 8-player server. I might notch it up to 16 and just allow only 8 so that I can have a 9th who will act as a cameraman for third person shooting. To be leased out to people as necessary. So anyways, I did this. I filled out the floors all the way to the end. And I started putting these pylons up pretty much exactly where they are on the outside. I gathered up some sources, and I forgot my tools. Crap. Well, here's to hoping I don't need to yank anything out for a while. But I still really don't know what I want to do. Except... Oh, I should finish the roof. I did this, but not on this side. Let me do this much. So, what was I talking about? Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. I need my tools. I can yank that out later. Boink, boink, boink. Boink, boink. Boink, 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 boink. Oh, it's been a weird, kind of really exhausting week for me. And, oh my gosh. I was reminded of... socioeconomic terror topics that I care a great deal about and want other people to care about, and yet if I talk about, I will drive everybody nuts, and that's part of the problem. But if you actually care about it, I lecture you for like 5 straight minutes at the end of, and I've run out of more resources. Damn it. I should have planned this better. At the end of day 21 of the Hardcore series. So if you care, go watch that. If you don't, I'm sorry that you had to watch it. However, it is important material. And such. Oh crap, the way down's over here. Not there. That might hurt. Heck, so might this. Oh, not that bad. Alright, well, I'll fill in that other roof, and I'll stare a bit longer at that, where the upper rooms should need to be. Sorry, I got lost for a second there. In my own place. And God, that's loud. But not as loud as it. That's better. I love the rain, though. Now that it's not coming into the place. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, I already showed you this, but it's flat. But it looks good. I feel like I'm just not being creative enough. Well, anyways, I'll prepare better, and I'll do a little bit more work, and I'll come back later. Hola, hola, hola. I'm back. I'm sort of back. I'm kind of back. I'm really kind of back now. Oh, yes, I am. Do I want to do it this way? I kind of like the idea of it sticking out slightly. Actually, you know what? I don't even really have to... Have to, you know? Have to, and then have to. Oh, and then have to. Crap. Where's this? That's the middle one? And this is the middle one, so I should do it there. Ah, yes, that's right. Sorry about the herky-jerky. So, I'm just going to build for a while. Oops, crap. Come back! Oh. So I'm going to just build for a while. And I'm going to record it. And then I'm going to do some kind of funky business. Wherein... I don't even know. Oh, did it fall in the magma? It better have not. Okay, off to it then. Alright. Welcome back. Hope that wasn't too annoying. I am moving forward on the presumption that it worked out, lest I have to yank out everything I just did. However, I thought it'd be nice to not have to make a montage and yet still be able to put in music and not have to speak for a little while. I'm still not sure about this place, but it's consistent, maybe? Pretty consistent. Needs a roof. Oh, look how well that's spread so far. I wish I had Silk Touch. I don't think I do have Silk Touch anywhere. Oh, well, and I still have to get more supplies. More supplies. All this stuff up here. 2 full stacks of dirt were not enough. 3 is slightly more than enough. So let me go get some more. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to make like a bridge or go find... Maybe there's some grass blocks back in town. no. Oops, gotta keep going down. Nearly forgot what I was about. What do we got? Awkward, no effect. Oh yes, awkward, sorry. I need to learn more recipes. I know like 2 or 3 now. 2 or 3. Thinking. Wait a minute. No silk touch. I lost my silk touch. To a little guy, too. It sucked. Okay. I think I'm not glassed out, but I am carrying more than I need to. And I don't think I need blocks. Then again, I have a roof to make. I don't really want it to be... I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't want to... Oops. That's all closed off now. It's also dark. Let's go to town and see if there is anything there. Like a block. Ooh, don't do that. Okay.
Let's go.
Not here. Are there supplies I can use, though? I probably use these in the roof, so I'll bring those along with me. I don't know about more moss stone, but I'll bring that just in case. I also use cobblestone thingies like that a lot. Woolworks, not useful. Meat craft. Woodcraft. Valuables. Fieldcraft. No. Thought for a second there might be. Woolcraft. What color do you think would be good? It's not purple. I like green. Of course, I've gone and filled it. I'm not planning on using any quartz, so... he's got quartz here. Put it all here. Save myself a trip later. That does for me a thing, which I might find very useful. Let me bring those. Blah! What do we got? Unbreaking efficiency. Iron chestplate. Wait a minute. Squid cake alpha. Oh. I don't see any. Oh man. Oh man. Punch, looting, blast. Projectile, aquafini, respiration. Dang it. Dang it. I was hoping. Wait a minute. Maybe? What's the possibility? Yes! Alright, that's what I wanted. Gravel. I think I got enough. Hello, chicken. How you doing? Alright. Back we go. And we are back. We are back. You gonna argue with me about this? Are you? Look at that. You can see it like... the squigglies in the window are actually being blocked. Oh well. Hardly important. Not that any of this really is, but it's for fun, and fun is important. So are Klingon sneezes. Yes. Hello, lens flare. almost appropriate enough for Star Trek. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought it was... Oh, I might still go. I don't need this at the moment, I don't think. However... Yes. Spread. Spread like the madness. Hello. Over gardens. I wish I had more interesting things to talk about. I haven't been doing a very good job lately. It would be easier, I think, to converse with myself if there was more going on the server. And I realized there isn't more going on the server because the server's winding down and waiting for a new map. And I'm really kind of making these videos out of sort of an obligation, really. I started this, I gotta finish it. But once the new server's going and people are active again, it'll be a lot easier to talk. It'll be a lot easier to stay in context, because unfortunately, as I am just sort of making stuff like this, I feel like I still have to talk somehow. And if I'm left to my own devices in terms of talking, I'm going to talk about things like I care about, and I realize that's kind of the idea. But I'm in this place where I'm really concerned about like the fate of humanity. I realize that sounds strange, but you know, things are not being done very well around the world, and that's kind of problematic. And I'd like for it not to be that way. And the only way to fix it is for everybody to know, really. So I want to talk about it, and yet no one wants to hear it. I wouldn't want to hear it either, frankly, but I'm like right in the middle of it, so it's hard not to. Oh wow, that spread fast. A nice open space. It spreads. Still, trying to hold myself back from talking about, let's say, the sort of bacterial nature of humanity, as I alluded to in Overmuch in the episode of Hardcore that I recorded earlier today. Crap, I forgot the beginning of the sentence. Now I don't know what I was talking about. How's this? It'll be a garden. There'll be things. I'll neaten it up later. But at the moment... Yeah. But I do have to think about this over here. I mean, you can see this abruptly ends. Let's do this. Let's actually do this. There. A little bit neater. Do it on the other side. But yeah. Once people are doing stuff, it'll be easier to talk in the context of the game itself. And that, I think, will be better. More enjoyable for everyone, including myself. So we're going to work on it. We're going to hopefully snag a couple new people, keep Fabian more interested, have monsters on all the time. Catherine's still going to suffer in terms of game performance, but I'm determined to get her a new laptop at some point, which will help alleviate that. Then again, mine still struggles when I have all these mods and things turned on. Suppose I can wrap this up over here. So I don't know. Boink, boink, boink. This file's probably going to fill up my hard drive any second now. So how's this look? I mean, these quarters are going to be huge. Oh, I'm stupid. Can I make it? Looks like I can make it. Woo! Boink. There. So how does this look, guys? That doesn't look too bad. Bit sudden. The way it juts out like that. Let's see. Man, boats have been buggy lately. Since 1.6 came out, boats have been a menace. They just abruptly stop moving forward, and then you like finally get off them, and you find the boat has left you behind. Let's take a look for everybody's sake. So it looks like underneath. This part I found slightly difficult. Actually, I should do something right there too. This part will have to be explored. I do like how you can see down. That's kind of cool. But it's going to be a dock, which just might be a security risk, but I'll figure something out. Not that, you know, the goblins invading all the time anyways. But still. Ooh, look at that. I like the dust rays. Dust rays are great. I want this. I want this, and I want the shadows, and I like the glow. I mean, it's easier to see. I realize this is blinding, but so would this be in real life blinding, so it makes sense. Regardless, they're... I don't know. I just wish it wasn't so choppy. There it is again. Woo! 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 I'm weird, and I'm okay with that. Whoa. Is that the sound I want to hear as entering my palace? I have to do something with this niche. I wonder if I could come up with like a bronze... granted, there is no bronze in the game, but maybe like an iron statue to fill up that space. I mean, the blocks are fairly limited, so I don't know that I could actually come up with something that would be intelligible to the eye. I get the feeling these right here should probably have an understair to sort of give the impression that they're being held up better than that. Shoot. Oh, now I remember. Okay, sorry. I was like, why did I come down here again? Why? Perhaps I should consider making a second workstation. I can have slabs? I did not know that. I didn't know I could have cloth slabs. Neat. Neat. I like that idea. However, what I really want is this. I think I'm going to start making the floors. I mean, they're well textured, but I don't know. Are they well textured? I mean, they're royal floors, so they might want carpet. Royals can afford carpet, can't they? Here we go. 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 Doink, doink, doink. Then again, will this mean I can't put anything else down? Like, yeah. I'm gonna have to think about that. Well, I don't know. Chairs and stuff in this game are kind of solid-footed anyway, so mostly it would be under tables and stuff where this wouldn't work. I'm not sure what I think about that. Well, you know what? Considering what I just said... Oh, good. That comes up easy. Considering what I just said a second ago. Weep. Let me do that. Save myself some pain. And make myself one chest. Store some supplies up here, so I don't have to keep going up and down quite so much. Oh, geez, I filled it up. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Well, oh, sun's going down. What should my next project be? Okay, see, the new moon shouldn't be casting light. That's a bit of a... I like the effect, it's just the new moon shouldn't be doing that. Well, I'm at a little bit of a loss. Nothing too serious. But yeah, I should define the rooms. So, I'll leave it at this, and I will cut up the film that I just recorded, and speed certain parts up, and see what happens, and find music that might be appropriate, and if there's anything further, I'll come back, and if there isn't anything further, I'll come back and tell you that I'm done. So, we'll see then. Hello guys, I'm back for what's going to be the closing of episode 63 here. It's been a couple of days since last time I recorded, and I thought I would show you a thing. So here is a Git I created containing a stupidly, I'll admit, completely procedural, not functional at all, completely procedural configuration file manufacturer specific to Mo creatures, who has already, when the first time you run Mo creatures, it creates a bunch of configuration files. In fact, actually, let me bring this over. Sorry if it's not quite sized correctly. Gotta love this. But all these things, the Mo creatures, this is the configuration directory in Minecraft. And or at least once you do mods, then it creates the... I don't know if it has this when you do not have a modded version, but when you do, you have a configuration, and it starts creating all these different CFGs, where basically the mods you run will create their own CFGs the first time you use them. And the default Mo Creatures one is not quite what I'm looking for. Plus, I also want to control, like I said on previous occasions, I will undulate here with the cursor, the ability to tamp down on the monsters a little bit so that people who are more casual can play on the server without the rest of us having to go without monsters. And so here's the general, the general way it's set up. And this is what, for vanilla. So we got biomes of plenty. They only have a few. We don't even have Ars Magica. Biomes of plenty, I don't need that. Vanilla CFG, that's just for biomes. And this is something, the biomes list... Actually, I don't need to see that either. The ones that are edited by my Git are here in the biomes, in the creatures directory. So all of these have creatures. So this, and then I don't have extra biomes. But you notice the Mo Creatures people went to some extent to anticipate all the various mods that have creatures in them. So I'm not sure if I can add more. If I created a mod with an extra creature, would it automatically work if I put in the correct CFGs? I'll find out maybe someday in the future. But here we go. Mo Creatures. Big one, because there's lots of creatures. This is the default, by the way. Forest, jungle, mountain, normal, stuff like that. And this is what I will be replacing. I have written the script. I actually already have replacement configuration files. I have not tested them, and I don't want to necessarily do that on camera. And it's not going to work on Deneb, which is what I'm recording right now. But there's all these things. And here, here you have bear. It's a creature, so it's not a monster. Its commonality is 6. So that's how many lottery tickets it buys for each chunk in a biome. It has 6 lottery tickets. So if it's up against one other kind of creature that spawns in that kind of biome that also has 6, then it has a 50-50 chance with each spawn to be the creature that is spawned. And it will spawn between 1 and 2 creatures. And I think maybe a maximum of 2 per chunk. That one is not clear to me. That one is very, very, very poorly explained. No one has explained it. It's just labeled as chunk. But what does that mean? Is that how many times it can spawn in the chunk? Is that how many there can be in the chunk maximum? Undetermined and hard to test. So maybe someday I'll see a perfect example and I'll know exactly what it means. But for now, I don't. Anyways, that said... Hey, you don't need to see that. Well, this is my stuff here. And actually, I'll show you this. Because this is all gone. Let me get rid of it. You don't need to see that. Open. Sorry if it's off screen. Open. I changed the name before I put it up to Git. So easy creatures. These are some of my other personal projects. Don't mind these. So easy mo creatures. Open. Here it is. Are we all on the screen now? So blah blah blah. Here's when I say easy, it's really just a new way of configuring or laying them out that is easier to read. So in this, I can say frozen sea. You combine those two into a biome category. And in that category is the polar from the BOP and frozen ocean from Minecraft. And then let's scroll down here. Like humid shore includes from BOP sludge pit, mangrove, bayou, lush swamp, marsh, swampland, sacred springs. But under Minecraft, it has beach, shore, and swampland. And there's a lot of repetitive stuff, like sludge pit is under wood too, because there are trees, and stuff like that. And I have a number of categories: arid, fiery, which is misspelled and I don't care, good, which there are almost no creatures that you can actually say are good. But I decided to set up the possibility in case we start adding them or something. And evil, and dead for undead stuff, like a place. Evil was more for things like werewolves and maybe endermen and things like that, whereas dead is for skeletons and zombies and stuff like that. And there's some crossover. There's a couple of zones like Mystic Grove where evil, dead, and good are all in the same place, and they're all like kind of jousting off of each other. So that's one of the most intense zones, at least at night. Monsters for the time being still spawn during the day, I think. And then odd, and that right now is pretty much just for mushrooms, but there may be more things in the future, or also the wyvern that comes from the MOC. And then the creatures, what I do here, this is where the thing happens. I have defined terms to explain the various things, and I have solitary as in spawns one, a maximum of one, and there's one per chunk. I assume that's what that means. Pair, one pair could appear per chunk, and they're always in a pair. A pack, anywhere from 2 to 5, and there'll only be one pack because, if you have 2 packs of wolves, they're probably supposed to be like fighting each other, so you're not going to have 2 per chunk. A swarm, same kind of thing, it's just a larger scale, so you're talking like ants or something, 4 to 8. Herd, 10 to 10, so it's kind of prefixed in size. I was thinking maybe 8 to 10, but then I was wondering, well, if that happens, and you get, and you only, let's say you get 2 8 groups, so you have 16. Does that mean it's going to try again and then will overflow? I wasn't sure, so I made it even until I know better, which is 10 to 10. And then a chaotic, 1 to 10 with a maximum of 10. So this is things that sometimes appear in groups and sometimes appear solitary, like crabs and flies and things like that. Ubiquitous, these are the number of, like I said, lottery tickets per chunk that are bought by a creature. Ubiquitous means it's everywhere. Common, uncommon, slightly less. Evasive, meaning evasive would be uncommon, except they're taking extra measure to be unseen. So it makes them harder to find. Granted, this is just it doesn't actually do this math. I lowered the number to between the two so that it's not rare. It's uncommon, but it's actually avoiding you, so you're not going to see it as often. Rare and then unique. So if you have a chunk with 2 creatures in it, or 2 types of creatures that can spawn in it, and you have the choice between a ubiquitous and a unique one, then 21 tickets will have been bought. You choose one for that one, and it might cycle through this process several times depending on how many creatures are going to try to fit into that chunk. But each time it happens, the unique creature is only going to have a 1 in 21 chance of being picked. So if you only can fit in 10 creatures to a chunk, maybe, or something, I don't know, then odds are against it ever showing up. It's basically a 10 in 21, so it's slightly less than half, 50-50 chance of it showing up once in the entire chunk. So that's how it goes. And then what I do is I take the creatures themselves, split them up by where the mod they're coming from, which is important to do, what kind they are, ambient creature, water creature, monster, undefined, which is just a couple of things. And then I say what their name is. And then I define their behavior, their spawning behavior right here. And then a list of all the types of the categories of biomes they can appear in, not individual ones, because unfortunately that's not how Mo Creatures works. It's per category, but I can say, and you can see some of these creatures are all friggin' over the place. Now, one more thing to do. Sorry, I was not planning to show this many things, and you don't need to see this. That's not even working right now. Let's see. That was day job related. So here's my terminal. Let me get rid of this. I'm in Mo Creatures. I just run it. So creatures. Well, actually make configs. Now, you didn't see anything there. However, there are some new things. So let me just do this. Cat. Let's see. Vanilla. That is distinctly different. I mean, it's in the same correct structure, but now it includes my categories and my behaviors. Actually, I should check. How does vanilla CFG work? Oops. Did I get rid of it? Mo Creatures. So here's vanilla. Here's the old one. Water creature. Undefined. Okay, I was worried that maybe that was just blank, but no, it's correct. So I now have made configurations for these things. Do I have the ability to open up the other one? Boink. Okay, here's the other one. So, here they are. They all showed up. So there it is. It's all like, what are all these typos? Mo Creatures. That's the big one. Look at all those. And Biomes Aplenty, which just has a couple. So there it is. I can drop that. I can replace those files in my hardcore little thing. I can replace those. And it should work. If it doesn't, hopefully it will tell me why not. But I'm not going to do that now. I am, in fact, just going to... I don't know. Well, here's the thing. Like I said, this is straightforward. There's no functionality. It doesn't report to the screen what happens. It just prints those files. That's all it does right now. And then it gets those definitions are in two other Python files, which sort of act like configuration files in a way. So, biomes. And, I mean, you've just seen these. So that's what that is. Let's see. Get rid of that. I'm done there. And, oh, here I am. So, I don't know that I'm going to do anything else tonight. I don't need this anymore. I mean, I really haven't accomplished anything since the last time I clocked out, really. But, yeah, I guess that is spread. I'm thinking maybe whatever this is right here will continue up a little bit more. I mean, like you could see up here, it'll continue up a bit more, and then it might have like sort of a grassy hill, so it lumps up against the cylinder in the center. Maybe. I still have to figure out a room structure up here, and how that guys will not fall down there. So that has to be blocked off, which means, and it's right in front of this. Dang. That's a tricky one. I'll have to think about it. Because, I mean, I could, like, put a wall here, but it would be a really narrow hallway coming right here. Oh, I don't know. And I have a busy rest of the week coming up, and I need to be able to compile this tomorrow during the day, tomorrow being Thursday, so that it can be uploaded and ready for Friday. So I think I'm just going to call it. It might be slightly short, it might not. But, you know, it's not the worst episode ever. Like I said before, it's kind of difficult finding the motivation to keep working on this when I know it's all going away, but I started it and I do want to finish it. And just because there are some features like the dynamic portal size now that comes from 1.7 as shown by Deneb, and in my not the hardcore. I've done a couple episodes of snapshot stuff. Only 3 so far. Haven't had motivation to pursue that again. But I want that. And I also want to know how the biomes are going to be affected and how... Because if we lock ourselves into 1.6.2 for the next map with mods, we're going to miss out on a couple of things like better fishing and the better portals. Better maps, I think. But we'd be able to do it sooner. But if we wait then we're all just sitting around twiddling our thumbs, and here I need to make videos and walk around in circles while talking to you guys, as is the most entertaining thing I could possibly be doing. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll click like, because apparently that's very important. Yeah. I won't be found on the listings anytime soon, but it helps. So, have a good weekend, guys. See ya.